What's up, Transformdom? This is Ben here in China, and today we're going to take a look at the Toy House Factory THF-04, the Hyper Magnum. Yeah, this is the fourth party representation, or the upgraded KO, of the official MP22 Ultra Magnus. And from the front of the box, this is a pretty nice artwork of Ultra Magnus. Don't really like the look of the eyes, but A-OK by me. A product shot from the side, the other side, the bottom, the top, and the back. It's kind of disappointing that the top of my box is already a little dented. I might as well open it from the top. I don't usually do that. And let's get this guy open. In the box you get a really big, what's this, instruction manual? I don't know. Yeah, instruction manual of Ultra Magnus and product shots of the other fourth party series. What is this guy? And here we have Ultra Magnus. He feels heavy just like MP22. I have MP22 at home. The plastic feels a little softer. Yeah, the toy definitely feels a little softer compared to MP22. So here we have Ultra Magnus laid out with his accessories that is available in the bot mode. First off, we have the interchangeable hands with a gap in the middle so that he can hold the matrix. It comes with a matrix of leadership, and this is completely in plastic, so it feels kind of cheap. The paint apps on this isn't the best. There's no crystals in the middle, so it just feels very dark and awkward. This toy comes with an MP22 screaming face and also the MP31 animation accurate face plates. They also come with Spike and Daniel. Looking at the face sculpts, I don't think Spike looks like Spike. Looks like a Chinese person. And Daniel has a lot of hair. The figures though, feels okay. The plastic feels a little bit softer compared to the Takara version. I guess it's okay. It's not the main thing that would bother me too much if the quality isn't the best. And here's Daniel, can articulate the same way. Paint job wise is reasonably okay. There's no face detail, so you don't really see it, and it's got like birthing hips at the back. Look at that, little boy Daniel, it's got birthing hips. That is not too bad. And it comes with the original MP22 gun, and you can fold the handle. Plastic feels reasonably good. It feels harder, and it also comes with this gun. I'm not too sure about this gun and what is it. It has a lot of paint apps, silver paint apps and red paint apps all over the place. Application wise isn't the best, you know, you can see it over here. Pretty good looking gun. It's a much bigger gun than the official MP22 gun, so it should give Ultra Magnus a really good menacing look. So like MP22, to change out the hands, all you gotta do is pull the official hands out and you just plug it in the matrix hands. Feels a bit tight. There you go. So here I can have Ultra Magnus hold the matrix of leadership. What I gotta say about the fitting is that it isn't the best. It isn't as easy or as tight as the official. And now we gotta change the face sculpts because he is holding the matrix of leadership, and I'm going to use the MP31 Delta Magnus, more anime accurate Ultra Magnus face sculpt. And to change the face sculpt, I think, okay, you pull off the crown. Once you take out the face, you just push the face plate out. The fit is really tight. There you go. That's out of the way. Put in my anime accurate face sculpt. Push it in and put that back on. So how does that look, guys? I think it looks pretty darn good. Here is from the top. So that's a really nice look right there. I've got the official MP10 matrix, and you can see the difference between the two. This is die-cast, so it definitely feels heftier and better. Let's see if it fits more snugly. Not as easy as MP22. MP22 definitely is a better snug. Alright, so here we go. What do you guys feel? The fit is definitely easier with the official MP10 matrix. So here are the two matrices side by side. You can see which one feels. Looks better, you don't know how it feels, but definitely the official MP10 matrix feels a lot better. I like the crystals look, you know, you got that translucent look in the official, and you don't really see much there. It looks just dull and black on the THF copy, and this is the matrix on the other side, so it's a better comparison. Now to insert the matrix of leadership, all you gotta do is open up the chest cavity. You can definitely fit in the matrix that is provided. When you open up the toy, it's already in there. Maybe it's the other way. There you go, you fit it in and it closes up pretty nicely. Oh, it's really hard to take it off. Because this thing is made of plastic, it's definitely harder to take it out. Let's see how the official matrix leadership will fit in. Yep, definitely fits in pretty nicely. Is it easier to take out? It's not an exact tight fit, but because it's die cast, I hope it's easier to take it out. It's so much harder to take things out in front of the camera. It is a lot easier to take things out behind the camera instead of in front of the camera. But there you go. So here I have Ultra Magnus trying to hold the official MP22 gun with two hands, you know, like a big assault rifle, and it's really not easy to do. I don't know how MP22 would feel like, but I definitely have to manipulate the joints here, you know, to just flop it out so that it has that butterfly joint feel and look. But it's definitely not so easy. How does it hold the gun? Not too bad. The wrist joint is a little loose, so that's why it's leaning downwards. But you know, other than that, it holds it pretty nicely. And so here I have Ultra Magnus trying to hold this big old gun that comes with the toy. Definitely have to open up the butterfly joints here. It's a very loose fit. It won't peg in that easily. And it's kind of weird because here we have the trigger and the trigger finger is below the trigger right there. So it's just a very odd look and weird look. If I were to make it look like it's holding a gun more accurately, definitely is a looser fit. Yeah, see, it's coming off. It's very hard to peg in these things into the fist. Right, let's talk about the toy itself. From my first impressions, you know that the plastic on the toy does feel a little bit cheaper than the official MP22. The figure has a tendency to, you know, if you just land it up there, it has a tendency to lean back at times, especially when you're trying to pose it. This joint here is definitely not the best fit. It feels a little loose. It doesn't clasp onto this slot hole area as easily as the official. The ratchets feels a little inconsistent. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it's quality, you know what I mean? It's quite odd that they didn't provide the matrix, the Autobot insignia over there. Not a deal breaker, I can do that myself. And this thing here doesn't fit down here quite tightly, so it has a tendency to kind of flop up just like that. And the missiles tend to go in all kinds of direction because it doesn't really fit in nicely. So when you're manipulating it or playing around with it, things just tend to not be in place. But this isn't a deal breaker because if you're really going to pose this figure, you can just take your time to pose it however you want and you get that menacing shot. And it's fine, it looks good. I saw some fandom were worried about the wheels here, so you do have the 4 wheels that can, you know, be transformed, so that's perfectly fine, just like the official. If you look at the back, this butt flap thing here is gone, but it's replaced by this little upgraded mod that they have done, and it doesn't look the tidiest. They've used a very big screw, and I think they could have used a little pin joint or something with a little small one-click ratchety thing that allows you to fold the butt flap up nicely. The finishing on the toy is okay. There's a lot of smudges all over my toy, so it's not exactly perfect. There's this little sticker-like thing that they have over here. It feels like a piece of sticker. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely giving this front shin area here a bit of a shiny, glossy finish, but very prone to scratches. So here's Ultra Magnus from the front, from the side, from the other side, the back, the bottom, and the top.
Initiating Viscan technology.
Using my VisScan technology, let's look for paint apps. Paint apps here, here, sticker sheet here, some truck mode paint apps stuff over there, paint apps here, 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 and here.
Employing Cold Sense technology.
Using my Cold Sense technology, here are the die cast bits. Crotch here has this cheap looking steel die cast feel. It doesn't really feel exactly cold to the touch. And the Chinese have this cheap die cast material they call sati in Chinese. And I think it translates to sandy iron or sandy steel. So it's a composite of metal that isn't the sturdiest and is prone to being brittle. So it kind of feels like that. I don't know, but don't quote me on that. I'm not an expert in metal stuff or meteorology. Here. Okay, but I can't feel any more die-cast bits. It's all covered up in lots of plastic things. Maybe in the truck mode I can see something better. Alright, let's go through the articulation checklist. Let's do some comps. Here is Ultra Magnus with Bumblebee, Target Master Hot Rod, Perceptor. These guys don't scale well. Perceptor is too tall, or Hot Rod's too short. Optimus Prime and Rodimus Prime. So here's Ultra Magnus transformed to the out mode with Spike and Daniel. You can get Spike and Daniel into the cab, so that's what we're gonna do now. Just gonna untab the front seat, and there are two seats right here. I think they're both roughly seated. And now I have both Spike and Daniel roughly seated in the cab. What I gotta say about this is that the transformation process wasn't the most enjoyable. It does transform exactly like MP22, but there are a lot of parts that just don't tab in very securely. And so you end up having to resecure all the tabs and slots into place. Let's take a look at how it rolls. It rolls pretty nicely. Alright. The wheels all touch the ground and it's pretty darn good. Let's look at the cab. The cab itself, it looks okay. I wouldn't say it's top-notch quality because I've seen better. This little windshield wiper here is loose. It doesn't have the peg to peg this in, and this one has the peg, but it wouldn't peg in all that easily. The paint job isn't the best. I can see the blue bleeding through on the top here and the top there. The cab feels light. Other than that, it's okay. Not as good as the official. The trailer itself looks pretty darn good as a display piece. What I noticed on my copy is that this thing here tends to untab when I'm trying to tighten the tab down there. These tabs here took a bit of effort. This is also a bit loose, but now it's pretty secure. So the parts where it's difficult to tab in or stay tabbed around here and those tabs that are down there. But other than that, it feels okay. So here we have MP22 from the front, from the side, the other side, the back, the bottom, and the top.
Initiating VisScan technology.
Using my VisScan technology, here are the paint app bits. Here, 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 and here.
Employing Cold Sense technology.
Using my Cold Sense technology, here are the die-cast bits. Here, here, there, and here. As for the articulation in the truck mode, there isn't really much. I don't know if you count the windshield wipers as articulation because this one doesn't really articulate for me. The mirrors do articulate, I guess. The cab turns, playability bits. This ramp articulates downward and you can articulate this ramp's downward like that, and you can get your little cars to get up on it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Oh, I'm defining the level there. There you go. Then you can move this piece up. Then I have a hard time trying to plug everything in because things don't seem to line up all that well. Yeah. Okay, and the ramps, you know, they just kind of close up because these things don't peg in nicely. But are you able to get a van in there? Oh shoot, you can't get a van in there. That's pretty cool. Boom. And then you go beep beep beep. All right, Joe, load them up. So you can fit a car and a van on Ultra Magnus. That is pretty darn cool. I love this. I love the look on this. This is amazing. Yes, yes, yes. Boom, 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 boom. Side swipe. Are you in place? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, having lots of fun with this thing. See what I mean? It doesn't really tab securely in place, and I can still turn the cab. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Let's do some comps. Here is Ultra Magnus with Outback, Sideswipe, Ironhide, Sludge, and Thundercracker. So what are my final thoughts on this toy? Let's go through 3 things I like about this toy and 3 things I think that could have been done better. First thing I like about this, the elimination of the butt flap. It's really nice that we can have something here that flips up and looks more like a real butt without the Scottish kilt skirt thing going on. Second thing I like about this toy, pretty much price. Yeah, it's really darn cheap. The third thing I like about this toy is I really like the addition of the anime accurate face sculpt. So that's really cool. What about the things that could have been done better? First thing, I think the plastic quality does feel a little bit more inferior than the official. Second thing, things don't particularly tap in well. This little shoulder piece I got does not tap in well. Arms don't tap well. The shoulders in here doesn't tap in well. In the truck mode, the trailer parts don't tap in well. Shoulder missiles keeps on going all over the place. The leg parts keeps on coming off. And the backpack kind of goes up and down really easily after a while. And the third thing that I think that could have been done better is that they have removed the butt flap, but they did not give us any waist articulation. So that is a big missed opportunity. Couple that with the lack of articulation in the shoulders and feet, it's a big missed opportunity to make it a really good looking Ultra Magnus. So would I recommend buying this toy for the price point? And if you don't have the MP22, I say yes. But if you want a quality toy and you have the money for it, I think you should spend the extra money on the official, because this is not going to replace my official. It's a good display piece, don't get me wrong. It is not a toy that I would really enjoy playing. I did have a lot of enjoyment when I first played with my MP22, and this just does not give me that wow factor, that wow, this is a real masterpiece toy. You know what I mean? What appeals to me about this toy is definitely the price point and the elimination of the butt flaps. But everything else is just subpar. But these are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Please leave them in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share button, and also hit the sub and bell icon for more future videos in the future. This is Ben again here in China signing off, and I'll see you on the flip side.